This is the city of Absalom, the city at the center of the world. Absalom is celebrating the Radiant Festival, a 3-month festival of epic proportions held once every 100 years. The celebration attracts all types: tourists, performers, merchants, inventors, as well as unsavory types, petty thieves, gangs, cults, and criminal enterprises. That's where we come in. We protect and serve. We are the Agents of Edgewatch.
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat, Agents of Edgewatch. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's show, the boys continue their exploration of the Underdark. And are they ever going to make it to this party? Probably not. They're probably not going to make it to this party. So this is one of the funniest episodes I think we've recorded in a while. One thing I'm going to tell you, if you're going to do something as mundane as healing checks, make sure you make it as funny as possible. That's a good old secret of mine. If you're going to have them do something mundane, make sure you make a lot of jokes about the mundane, because, well, then it's not mundane anymore. I do love how they thought they were just literally walking into a party and that was it. And then they're like, uh-oh, there's a map. Oh no, not only is the map, but there's lots of fighting in a deep, dark, dirty, underground cavern. This is not good. I love it. I love that. Also, prestidigitation pretty much takes care of all of that. One thing I do want to mention is that we get a lot of rules wrong this week. That's right, a lot of rules wrong. Not major rules and all kind of minor stuff, but, you know, I try to always read ahead and plan as much as possible so that this doesn't happen. But you know what? Pathfinder 2 has a lot of rules. That's all I'm going to say. There is a lot of rules in Pathfinder. So a few things. First of all, we talk about transferring runes. And I say, oh, it takes like a minute or two. Actually, that's not true. It takes a day to transfer runes. I was getting transferring runes confused with investing in new magic items. Investing in magic items is easy. It's transferring runes. That does take a day. The other thing I make a big mistake of, another thing I make a big mistake in, is darkness appears in this week's episode. And, well, it's magical darkness. Not that I'm giving anything away, but there is some magical darkness. And I said that Gomez and Lomang can't see inside the darkness. That is wrong. I forgot that they don't have low light vision, that they actually have true dark vision, and that they actually can see inside of darkness or the darkness spell if you have dark vision. Darkness is a little bit confusing the way they worded it. And one thing you should always keep in mind is that, and it's funny, I actually did this as a thought experiment way back when we were doing the RPG Superstar, is that something like 99.9% of all monsters have dark vision or greater dark vision, which makes sense because if they don't have the ability to see in the dark, then it gets really easy for you to sort of make the fights, well, easier, because you could just have it that, we'll make it dark, and then they can't see, and then we have, you know, dark vision or elixirs of dark vision, things like that. So all monsters have dark vision, more or less. But PCs usually don't. PCs usually have low light vision. So I forgot that they have 2 ancestries that allow you to have true dark vision. So anyhow, sorry about that. One more thing is that Jason cast the shield spell, and then I said that you had to spend 1 action to cast the spell, and then 1 action to raise the shield. That is not true. It's all done as one. Sorry about that. I made sure I told Jason so we don't forget that in the future. It's actually right there in the spell. And I put this a little bit on Jason because I don't have time to look up every single spell. And you really should know your spells, especially if you only have like 3 or 4 of them. You should know your spells as a PC, inside out, upside down, so that you don't make mistakes. And then finally, there is a point in the game in where someone does a flat check and then they ask if they can use a hero point on the flat check. And I said no. But then I read it again, and hero points can be used for any, quote, check, unquote. So if the rule is it can be used for anything that is considered a check, which, usually is, say, a saving throw or an attack roll. But you know what? A flat check is literally called a check. I guess you can use it on a flat check too. I think you could kind of use it on anything, more or less. One thing you have to remember with hero points is you can only do it once. And you have to take the second roll no matter what. So if you have like 2 or 3 hero points, you can't use 3 hero points in a row. You can only use 1, and you have to take the second roll no matter what. That's one rule. But it looks like the way it's written, hero points can pretty much be used on almost anything, which is good to know. So that's not so bad. We only got 4 things wrong in the course of an hour. I will say, and I mentioned this in the episode, that I made the combats a lot easier, slightly intentionally. So the fact that they missed out on a few abilities, I think is, it's all evened out in the mix there, I made the monsters a little easier, and they couldn't see in darkness where they should have seen in darkness. Whatever, it's fine. And that's something, like if I made such a big mistake that it caused the character to actually die, then I would change this. And that's something else. When someone goes down, and I usually cut this out of the episode, but when you hear someone go down, when Gomez and Basil went down in that trap room with all the darts a couple of episodes ago, I spent like a good 15-20 minutes very carefully going through every roll, every rule to make sure that if they were going to die, that they really died. And that's what happens, is that if someone is about to drop and it looks like they're going to die, as in no longer in the game and need to roll a new character, I will take an hour, 2 hours if I have to. I will stop the whole game to make sure that it is a legitimate kill. It's almost like instant replay in football, or when a home run is hit and they always do the instant replay, they check it, things like that. It's like, okay, wait, someone died? All right, go to the tape, double check we did everything right, because if they're really dead, you got to make sure that we did all the rules right, because there's going to be nothing worse than finding out that we made a mistake and they shouldn't be dead. And sure enough, when I looked at the rules, they weren't dead. They were not in good shape, but they weren't dead. So it's a good thing I did that. One more thing I want to mention is that these episodes I might start making a little bit longer. I did some voting to see if people like the 1 hour versus 2 hour episodes. I've been doing it that the circus episodes are close to the 2 hours and the Edgewatch episodes are close to the 1 hour, mostly because the Edgewatch episodes are going a lot faster. So I felt like I can actually make them a little shorter and you really wouldn't lose as much. Also, in 3-Ring Adventure, it looks like we were able to finish Book 1 in 40 episodes. It's probably close to about, 55 to 60 hours in total if you added up all those 40 episodes. I have a feeling this one is going to be less than 40 episodes and definitely less than 60 hours for them to get through. They're at the very, very end of Book 1 right now, so we will see what they're going to do when they finish it. Also, something amazing. I almost wish I could tell you, but something absolutely incredible that is going to change the entire show in new ways that I can't even explain, that is happening right now in Agents of Edgewatch. If you listen to the live show, if you're a Patreon for $10, you can listen to it and see it happening in real time. But let's just say, okay, I'm gonna do a minor spoiler. Are you ready? Bob Marquis is coming back. Bob Marquis, aka Rusty Carter from Dead Sons, is going to be on the show. But you got to listen to the show. You got to become a Patreon if you want to hear how and why he's on the show. So I'm just saying that. But a lot of people have been asking for me to get him back on the show. There's a lot of things going on with Bob personally, so he can't really be on the show on a regular basis. So I'm going to get him on the show, and you'll see. Everyone who loves Bob is going to hear the Bob craziness. The Bob crazy train is going to be back. Although the regular listeners are going to have to wait a few months before you can hear that. But there you go. Anyhow, back to my original statement, which is that, these shows are probably going to get a little bit longer. This looks like a lot of people like the longer shows and not the shorter ones. I did a vote, And if something like 97% of people prefer longer episodes, closer to 2 hours than 1 hour, so I will start making these episodes a little longer. I'm not going to go crazy, but they're going to be a little bit longer, and this is one that's a little longer, so there you go. Let's quickly get to show notes. So, RPG Superstar, moving along. We got about a third, more than a third, I'd say almost half of the monsters finished. They've gone through professional editing by Paizo employees, and we are putting up some of the initial sketches of the monsters on the Discord channel. If you want to see what they look like, right now we're doing sketches of all the monsters, and we are going to be getting back color in probably about 2 weeks. And I will start showing those. I'll do it on the Discord channel first, and you can just go to the RPG Superstar channel inside of our Discord and see them there. And then I'll put them on social medias, things like that. So do check that out, just discord.rollforcombat.com. And then, of course, if you want to play games or just hang out or chat, big thing, we're putting up all the maps. This is real important if you want to know what the heck's going on when you're listening to this week's episode. You can see the map at our Discord channel so you get an exact idea of where they are and what's going on. So again, just check that out, discord.rollforcombat.com. And of course the Patreon that, for $5 you can listen to the shows early. And for $10 you can find out why Bob Marquis is coming back and what he's going to be doing on Agents of Edgewatch. But with that, let's get to this week's exciting episode. Last we left off, you thought you were going to go to a party and you were just going to crash and have fun and drink some drinks and mingle. But no. That'd be way too easy. Instead, you have yet another dungeon crawl. And not just any dungeon crawl. You're in the underworld. A dark, dank, dusty, disgusting cavern where you were attacked and absorbed by a gelatinous cube. And then you managed to fight and eat your way out of a cube. Quite original. And then, shortly after, 3 ghouls attacked you. And you fought those. Although Dougie is starting to feel a little ghoul-like, he's thinking, everybody's looking a little tasty right about now because he was scratched one too many times. He might have that ghoul fever, but don't worry about that. Ghoul fever takes a couple of days, you hope, before it will take you over, and then you can join your friends Gustav, Blimey, and Eggert. But for now, you are, catching your breath. Lomang has a little bit of damage. Dougie is really damaged. Gomez is totally fine. I don't know how that happened. And Basil has a tiny sliver of damage. And there's a mound of gold and jewelry, which started this whole thing off because Gomez said, hey, let me see what that gold and jewelry is all about. And then he got absorbed by the cube, and the rest, is what happened. So what are you going to do?
Heal.
Seth Lipton is playing Gomez, a goblin elementalist sorcerer.
You want healing?
All right, we also fought some ghouls that were coming from the north.
John Statz is playing Cadet Dougie McDougal, a human ruffian rogue.
Yes, the ghouls came from the north. It seemed like...
That's how he got wounded again.
Yes. You're in a cavern, and the cavern, you notice in front of you. Let me reread. It's called the Cube Cavern. That I always like to tell you. I can't tell you the names of these until after you encounter them because they always give away the funny part. So this one is the floor of the broad cavern appeared strangely clean and polished. I wonder why. And you see to the south, there was that walled off tunnel of really strong bricks. And you think, that ain't good. But we'll not worry about that. And then to the north, you see a crevasse that yawns in the floor and stretches underneath a wall to the north. And you also see, right next to the crevasse, a small heap of gleaming armor and weapons. and there's a tiny tunnel that leads to the northeast. Now, that's where the ghouls came from, the northeast. And Basil can also see there's some doors. And you know this, is that this is like the undercarriage of Absalom. This city has been built on top of itself so many times that this is some ancient aspect of Absalom. And these are old shops that were here maybe hundreds or even thousands of years ago. So who knows what's down here. But obviously people have been coming and going because you knew the kobolds used this. And this is used for, well, who knows, but it's probably not legal.
All right, so let's talk about our situation first. Dougie is very wounded. I'm going to take a 10-minute rest, and I haven't applied
Actually,
this to
let me try. I was thinking, let me try to treat wounds because I could treat two of you with the same treat wounds.
Jason McDonald is playing Basil Blackfeather, a Tengu empiricist investigator.
Oh, okay.
I am injured also.
Chris Beamer is playing Lo Mang, an orc tiefling monk of the crane style.
All right, yeah.
So, do I roll? I'm sorry, Steve. Do I roll separate medicine checks for both, or does the one medicine check cover both of them?
Separate medicine checks for each of them. You're just doing two people at once. You do Dougie with your left hand and Lomang with your right hand.
Rephrase, please.
That didn't sound wholesome.
I'm leaving.
I meant it in a good way, not in a bad way. Let me rephrase it. You do Dougie with your left wing and Lomag with your right wing.
Not better.
I don't think that's helpful.
Yeah, not better. Not
Yeah, I'll
better.
move to the opposite side of Basil so he's...
Now you're
furry.
being flanked by Dougie and Lomag.
I mean, we
All
could
I
go
know
on
is-
all night. It's not hard.
I swear to God, if you
It's not hard.
I swear to God,
That's part of the problem.
if you
That's what
refer
she
to
said.
a critical success as a happy ending, I'm driving to New York and killing you.
Yes.
All right, roll him. Roll it.
Roll
All right.
it.
First
Roll
up
it.
is going to be, we'll do Dougie first.
That doesn't look good. A 9!
Oopsie. Damaged him more.
No, it's 15. You have to roll
Oh,
it.
yeah.
A 5 or lower. So Dougie doesn't
Lomang,
get
on the other
anything.
hand, should be okay.
Yeah,
There we go.
Lomang. He's using his dominant wing for Lomang, so it does a little better job.
I hate you right now.
So I can do my... I can actually apply the same check to myself, correct? Medicine check?
Well, so 10 minutes go by,
And another 10 minutes, yes.
and then
yes.
another 10 minutes.
Okay.
So you can roll for Lomang. It's just 2d8, I believe. Yes.
All right, well, I'll roll for me. I'm doing it on me, right?
Oh,
Oh, wow.
damage.
You get a 4 points. That's almost not worth it.
Wow.
it definitely wasn't worth the harassment involved.
I wasn't harassing you. Okay, Dougie, try to work yourself. Try to.
Okay, I'm medicine.
Time to get rid of those cure light wounds potions.
Oh, 8, Dougie. You can't
horrible.
heal yourself. You're just like
I hate
I
this
can't
mechanic.
see.
This is so
I can't
stupid.
see.
All right, might as well
Every
just get
single
rid of
thing you say sounds dirty to me now. Thank you.
the,
You just got my
I
head. in
feel
such
like
a bad place.
we need to have Jason Mantzoukas show up as a special guest for this.
Oh my god, I would love to have Jason Mantzoukas on this show even for a minute. Well, anyone can do treat wounds. I mean, Lomang, you can try to do.
does
treat
anybody else
wounds.
have
I am
treat
trained, yes, I
wounds?
am,
Okay,
sir.
all right, so...
I mean, then you try.
I'll
I mean,
try.
you have plenty of time. I mean, the party's going to go all night. You don't hear any other commotion. Like, you're spending time treating wounds. Oh, you
Oops.
failed with a 14. Dougie
Wow.
is wound. I don't know. You're wound averse? No, you're healing averse.
All right,
That's it.
I'm
You're
just
heal
going to take
averse.
2 of my potions. I have 2 potions left. I'm just going to take
Okay.
drink them. So it's 2.
I will tell you, as you get to higher levels, this gets almost hand waved because you will automatically make rolls, and it just happens. It's much easier.
It's just stupid that the roll is even a 15. Like, that is a really...
Yeah, but you get like +5, though.
Okay, well, I mean, still,
Well-
50-50.
like out of combat. This is an out of combat mechanic. It's just, it's.
No, you do it out of combat, and then you also can then do it for an hour and get double. So if you can basically heal yourself in an hour, it's to make it so that you have to invest and do something. Look, it is what it is. All right, it's better than the old way of the 5-minute combat day, where
We've
fought
invested quite a bit of gold
it's actually
and
it's
skills.
great to have a non-magic
in healing.
repair mechanic. It's great.
Okay, so I've gone through 2 cure light wound potions. So that's
7.
7.
How many
Wow.
do I have left, by the way?
While they were screwing around with all of this, just so you know,
2.
like to maximize our time, I was reading aura and anything that might be magic in the.
You should
in
check out
anywhere.
that wall to the
Yeah,
bottom.
I'll do all that.
That and the pit are different.
Yeah, all
Okay.
of it. I'm just
Okay.
reading aura on everything I can say.
Okay.
I have 2, you said?
Yeah,
Two?
you have 2. You have 2.
All right, I'm going to
Oh,
take
no.
one right now.
Okay. Lordy.
And here's the other one.
There's got
Yeah.
a 1. You got
I
a
agree.
1. You
Here's
got
the other
1.
one.
Oh, there goes the last one. Good thing those things, they're kind of worthless. You just pop them. They're
All
like,
right,
they're
so-
like Mentos. Oh, a 7.
So speaking
All
there
right.
you go. There you go. You literally
Oh,
rolled
nice.
average. You rolled a 1 and a 7.
Yep.
So speaking of not investing enough, like I'm gonna take the lesser healing potions.
Why don't you guys just wait another hour, and then Basil, Lomang, and Dougie can try to heal each other one more time.
Oh my god,
Alright.
we'll miss the party, dude. We're gonna be late.
Well, it's not
I
really
forget
an
even why
hour.
we're down here.
It's actually not an hour, because Basil spent 10 minutes, then Dougie spent 10 more minutes, and then Lomang spent 10 more minutes. So you
yeah,
only have
we've
to wait
already
30
gone
minutes.
through a half hour.
See how that goes?
Yeah.
Because the 10 minutes you spend is actually counted towards the hour. So at the end of 10 minutes, you only have to wait 50 minutes, and then 40, and then 30. So you wait half an hour. So it's up to you, or not.
All right, I will meditate, too, to get my key strike back.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
guys could actually like check out the rest of the room too.
Yo,
like,
Gomez,
Yeah,
we can,
that's what I've been doing.
skills monkeys.
So let me quickly go back. You look through the armor, and from what Gomez can tell, the armor is in amazingly beautiful shape because it was inside a gelatinous cube constantly being cleaned. You see full plate armor with the large holy symbol of Asmodeus emblazoned on the chest, a tower shield also with Asmodeus, as well as a mace with magic. It's giving off some magic there. So, while they were doing all that healing, you can spend 10 minutes to try to determine an ID. You see, 10 minutes is good because then you can
Nice.
start stacking it, and then you can try to figure out what that is if you want, Gomez.
Well, okay, so I have the read aura, which in 1 minute I can learn the School of Magic. So what School of Magic is it?
You're making me look that up.
I don't know.
School of ass whooping.
Actually, it even has a notation, pages 297 to 298, if that helps. It's gotta be like abjuration or something. It just doesn't even tell us anything.
Evocation magic.
Oh, so it can do some damage.
Nice.
Nice. And that's all I
So the
got.
mace says evocation. Well, someone can identify it during the healing fiesta going on. Does anyone want to try to identify it? You have the minutes. So
what is
What's
that?
the-
Arcane?
Yeah, what's the mechanic
or-
behind that?
you say you're doing it, and I roll it, and then you use either. It's incredibly easy. You use either arcane, nature, occultism, or religion, whatever you're strongest at. And if you make it, I tell you what it is. If you don't make it, I don't tell you what it is. And if you critically fail, I tell you it's something else, and you don't know.
How am I trained in nature? That's
I'll
weird.
give it a shot with Arcana.
Right, I'm training.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
I roll it. It's secret.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
But I like my 24.
I bet he
I
does.
actually, it make you feel better. I rolled higher, so I
Yeah,
rolled.
okay.
I rolled a 26. So you know what this is right away because you see it right on there. Basil's like, hey, look, it's got a +1 whip and potency rune right here. Look, it's on the handle, so it's a +1 mace. Now, here's the even more fun part. You can move that +1, and it only takes a minute.
I think some of us already bought +1s though.
That's right.
I have +1.
I want a +1 sap. Yes.
I wouldn't mind moving it to my crossbow.
You can't.
Yeah, you can.
Can you?
Yeah. It
Why
takes.
not?
Does it require any particular skill check?
Yeah.
Or is it
I don't
just
have my crossbow with me today, but
Oh, that's
when we
right.
get
You
back
left
to
your
base.
crossbow upstairs, and you were complaining endlessly that I wish I had my crossbow.
Yes.
So the way it works
know.
is it costs 10% of what it would normally cost. So in this case, it costs 3.5 gold to move it, and it's like a minute. It's really fast, and there's a roll.
Can
But it's
anyone
pretty
do that?
simple.
What do you have to?
It's a crafting check. It's like a crafting check. It's not
Do
any.
you need a feat? Do you need any kind of
No.
magic manipulation, or is it just
No.
crafting?
Just crafting, but if you mess up, you lose the 3.5 gold. So you can't destroy the rune, but you can not transfer.
Do we
it
have
correctly.
anything that needs a +1 rune? Because I actually got a +1 rune last time we shopped.
Yeah, I have a +1 hand wraps. We could just convert it to money, but I guess I don't know. We'll figure it out later. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
we
it
need
actually
right now.
converts probably to quite a bit. If that sells,
Yeah,
I
it's 35
believe...
gold.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
well,
that's
10%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
So
Still
yeah,
pretty
it's a thing you do in your downtime, and it's really easy. Yeah, you pay 10%. I forget. It's either like 1 minute or 10 minutes or an hour. I don't know. It's really quick, but I guess you don't have to worry about it right now. So
But we have to turn this into the Lost and Found. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Wait.
well, it
What
was
was-
inside of a gelatinous cube, so at this point it could be finders keepers.
Yeah, what's left of its owner was probably dissolved a while ago.
Yeah.
Who was evil, most likely.
And the other thing is, so the full plate armor is 4 bulk, and the tower shield is 4 bulk. So that might be a problem because you can't be walking around with full plate and a tower shield. So
We can't put it into coat check. At the point.
You might be able to, but that is it's who can carry around. That is actually an interesting dilemma of how do you carry around. It's like the armor, maybe you can take that apart, but a full tower shield that's like 6 feet tall.
You tie it to your back.
I know, what do? Exactly, like you tie it to your back or you use it like as a sled or something. It's like, it's one of those abstracted things.
Oh,
like, how do you bring
I
that
can
with
carry
you?
it.
Could we maybe move it into
I
one
can
of these
carry
like a
all of it, actually.
So could I.
I have room for 8 bulk.
Could we move it into one of these abandoned houses and just kind of hide it?
Yeah,
for
of
now?
Yeah, I
course.
agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, is it worth anything though?
It's all worth something.
Full plate's worth 30 gold, and a tower shield's worth 10 gold.
And that's what the resale, or that's just how we. That's just what
That's
we get, right?
no. That's what it's worth. You get half, so you 15 and 5. So it's worth
5
5 gold
each.
altogether. That's all.
So, yes,
yeah,
of course we
leave it here.
take it. Of course.
So be it.
No, okay. I pick up and carry it.
I'm with
Yes, I
Basil.
can.
We make a half-hearted effort to hide it underneath some rubble, with some thought of maybe coming back for it.
And then I dig that up, and then I carry it with me.
Okay. So you go through that. Someone takes the mace. Is anyone going to actually use it or take it or just put it in their? I don't know. It's a mace.
Not me.
Plus
Yeah,
a
we took the
mace.
rune. Did we take the rune out of it?
No, not yet. That takes some time, but I didn't look that up exactly, and you have to use crafting and everything. So
I am not good with strength weapons, so it's probably not a good. I don't know that's
Yeah,
much of a
not
thing
me.
for me.
I'm not.
I
good
could
with
use
weapons.
it, but I don't need to use it. I've got a mole, which is the same thing, basically.
A two-handed maul.
I'm going to pick up the suit of armor and the tower shield because I have 8 bulk that I could carry. So I've ton of...
all right. I don't know how
Fixed.
you're putting that on you, but
I can carry
Fine.
14 bulk.
Okay, but we're supposed to be going to like a social club type place where they're gonna be confused why you're walking in carrying a suit of armor.
Oh, it's in my pack. It's in my inventory. It disappears. Yeah, I forgot. We're going to the thing. Okay, so that
So I was
does
thinking
make
we
sense.
just kind of stash it a little bit so it's
Yeah.
so it's out of sight, and then we could pick it up on the way back or something.
Right. Okay, that's fine. What about this wall in this pit?
well, there's a wall, and it looks like a natural cavern, and then there's a pit that goes underneath the wall, and it looks like it continues to the north. You have not gone past the north, so you do not know what is there.
Well, we've seen this wall. I don't. Who has engineering skills? I don't think I have anything.
You already determined that walled-in wall is extremely strong and looks like it was there as load-bearing support for whatever reason.
Okay.
So we have the northeast.
That is very fishy, though. Why would they build a wall for load bearing?
I gotta tell you, there could be absolutely no reason whatsoever. It could be 100% because the dungeon tile has a wall on it.
I don't have any.
Lomang and Basil, as you burst through the small opening after sitting down in that little area for what seems like forever, you see the long crevasse that cuts through the center of a sprawling cavern spanned by a crude stone bridge. At the western end of the chamber, an even cruder barricade made from wooden crates blocks an exit. To the north, you see a very narrow tunnel burrows into the wall several feet off the ground. The earth and stone scattered around its maw, suggesting recent excavation. The ruined remains of a sunken building, its crumbling doors still, somehow, attached to their hinges, stand east of here, and in the southwest corner, a similar architectural relic of old Absalom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before we do anything else, we were going to do the rest of the hour and then try one more treat wounds, right?
Oh yeah.
I'll do a twofer and I'll hit myself with the other one.
Okay.
All right, first one's Dougie.
Yeah.
I'm actually fully healed, so I
18.
don't need it.
18.
I'm down 2, but since I have the ability to do 2, I'll do it on myself.
How much is that for?
He's going to roll. And hey, you did it to yourself too. So 2d8 for Dougie, then 2d8 for Basil. Well, Basil, you don't even need to roll because you're only down 2.
2 ones would get me
Yes.
healed.
Yes. So let's see what Dougie gets. 14! Oh my lord! Oh my lord! Dougie, you should pray to the altar of Basil.
That is a really good
You rolled
score.
7 and a 7. Doesn't get much better than
That's
that.
I'm fully
But
healed.
Dougie, are you still running a fever?
Yeah, what are these debuffs?
Do you still
forget
have a
what's
taste
happening.
for brains?
Okay, the little pluses means you've used your lay on hands for the day. A little light shows that you are carrying around an actual light source, so people and enemies can see it, as opposed to Lomang and Gomez.
All right.
And then the little sick person, the level, and the number 1 means that you are in the first stage of a fever that can only get better. We'll find out more about that later. Okay, what are you going to do? You see a bridge over the chasm. You see a very small tunnel that was recently dug out. You see some doors to the east, and then you see all the way to the west a barricade that is made of crates and such.
I mean, theoretically, we should just keep moving, but
I want to know what this little thing is here. What are these little alcoves? Is
That
this just rubble?
is
or?
literally an alcove made out of rocks. That's it.
And there's like this light bip right here. Right here. Let's see, I'll just...
Yeah, you're just going in. Yeah, you went into the rock and you went out. You're like, wow, look, guys, there's a hole. I can go into the rock and I can go out of the rock and I can go back in. There's nothing there. It's
Steve.
you're in a cavern. Yes.
I'm sorry. One thing during our downtime, I wanted to also set German Hoth or whatever as the target of one of my Pursua leads.
Finally, he decides to use it correctly.
I know. I
Yay!
forgot to do it, but yeah, I should. It only
All
takes
right.
a minute to do it, so.
Okay, you
part of
mentally
the downtime.
prepare yourselves. You clear those other leads because you don't know what you were even pursuing, but now you know that this Hoff guy is your lead. All right, that's good.
I'm going to just jump over this.
You're jumping over the cavern.
I'm going to do a running jump, and I'm going to start in here, and I'll jump here.
Okay, you jump. You make it. You're fine. I don't even make you roll.
Okay, that's easy.
You can't fail.
Yeah. Is there any stuff, let's see, over here?
Yeah. You are near a barricade that appears to be built out of crates and, well, Mostly crates.
I'm gonna go up to the bridge and kind of like inspect it and poke it a little bit and see if it seems sturdy enough to support.
Yeah,
Either
it seems fine. It seems, the crevasse goes down about 30 feet, but Basil can just float down, so doesn't have to worry about that.
I'm willing to try well, of course, then I have to climb out. That would be kind of a pain.
You can just jump across.
I'll take the bridge.
Okay, you go on the bridge. Although it looks rickety, it's actually quite strong. And you have no problem going over.
So we want to blow off these doors over here?
Well, I mean, we're kind of on it's one of these party of explorers versus cops things where we're on our primary mission is to get to this party and find
Yeah. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
The whole
across,
the whole kick in every door thing is more of an adventure thing.
Yeah, I agree. All right, I'll try to make it over. If you were safe over the bridge, I go over the bridge.
Yeah, you're smaller than me, so.
Okay. As you get across, Basil notices this barricade looks extremely fresh, like it's brand new, and inside the crates, he notices there's a fair amount of produce. Of all things, inside many of these crates. Fresh produce, no less.
Stolen produce?
You have no idea. It's just produce.
Do I notice anything about this dirt pile near me?
Yes, it's dirt, and there's a pile of it.
Guys, I don't notice anything. You're going to have to check it out yourself, I think.
As Basil gets closer, Basil hears...
kind of get a closer look here.
Yeah, he hears coming from the other side, someone fires a bolt, hits the barricade, and then you hear someone say, "Get away, you ghouls! Get away!"
We're not the ghouls. In fact, we dispatched the ghouls.
What? And you hear the sound of two people now, and they're talking very quick. They sound male, like they're whispering a little whisper. Who are you? What are you doing? What do you want? Why are you down here?
We're passing through. Actually, we were under the impression there's a means to get to the House of Plains through here.
Well, we're here. You go somewhere else. You don't have to go through here. We're here now. Get away.
Who are you?
Who are you?
We're Keeker and Grief. We live down here, so leave.
I don't think anyone's supposed to be living down here.
What are you talking about? Lots of people live down here. There's more down here than there is up there. Basil knows that's true. Like, the Underdark and Underworld is gargantuan. You are a sliver of a surface compared... This is like a glacier.
So wait, we're in the Underdark now?
You're in the beginnings of the Underdark, yeah.
Where's the Drow? Aren't there Drow down here?
Now you have to go way deeper to get to the Drow.
Right, that's the Underdark.
Can you help us with directions? We're trying to find a tavern, a location where fairly well-to-do humans congregate somewhere around here.
We have no idea what you're talking about. We just live here, and we do trade. Get out.
Is there access behind you? Is there access behind you to get through to where we need to go?
I don't know what you wanted to get out of here. Get out. Don't you understand? We live here. You don't. Leave.
Can we see them in there?
You poke your head in?
Yeah.
You poke your head in?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a smart move.
You see two rat folk. I actually have a picture of them. If you give me a sec, I can show you what
Rat
they look
folk.
like.
Oh, we get a picture. All right, it was worth sick getting shot in the face.
They missed.
Did they shoot me? They tried to shoot me?
No, they didn't shoot you.
All right.
Yet. That's what they look like. They're two male rat folk. Yosoki, if you will. And they have little hoods, and they seem to have leather armor, crossbows, some wicked-looking swords, and big, toothy fangs.
What does my society knowledge tell me about where rat folk such as these fit into the civilization that we're officers of?
They are no different than goblins or anyone else. This is a very varied world, and your society tells you that they live here, they live there, they live everywhere. It's the same thing as goblins. Some goblins live underground, some live above, who knows?
Would they be what social class are they? You know, are they homeless people because they're living in the subway?
No,
or are they,
not.
or
No,
are they
no.
just or this is just they just live
They're actually a playable race, right? Aren't they a playable race?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, they're
So
they're
they're
they can
just
be
like
anything.
else. Yeah.
yeah. There's rat folk that are in the government. Like they are just people.
Well, but these guys, what I know from these guys encountering them here, do you see is the context here? These are some homeless guys living in the subway, and analogy, or do they have an underground world and they might be middle class in this underground world where they all live, or something like that? What's my take on these people?
Your take is that they either live down here or maybe they are doing something down here. You probably have
They said
to.
they trade stuff. And they say
can
they.
ask
It's like
them.
you said you trade something. Like what do you trade in? Maybe we want to buy.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Look, put it this way: we're the ones who came in here and killed the gelatinous cube and killed the ghouls that were causing you issues. So that's who we are.
Fine. If you're gonna be that way,
Yeah, I'm gonna be that way.
Okay.
I mean,
Hold on. We'll take down the barricade. And they're dead, right? All of them.
they're
are
dead. They're all dead. Everything is dead down here.
How many did you kill?
3, and 1 gelatinous cube, which you may not even have known was there.
Okay. Hold on. And they
We're
slowly,
diseased. We have the disease.
Yeah. And they slowly start taking down and stacking their crates. And they're being very careful when they stack the crates. And they even have like a little cart. And they're putting the crates into the cart. And after a few minutes of this, they tell you, they're like, we're the Whisker Brothers. I'm Kef. This is Geff. And yes, we're down here. But we live both down here and upstairs. You know, in Absalom proper. And we trade, okay? You know, things like fruits and vegetables. Look at these lemons. They're yellow gold. Yellow gold in the deeps, I tell you. They can't get produce like this down there. And so we take vegetables, cucumbers, tomatoes, pickles, olives, all that. We bring it down there, and you wouldn't believe what they pay for down there. This stuff is gold, I tell you, gold.
Nice.
It sounds like an honest trade.
Now, do you remember from the previous adventure there was that shopkeeper that was all about save my produce from the owl bear? Do you remember that?
That was yesterday. So yeah. So I have a very clear memory of what the quality of that produce was, and I compare that to the produce that I'm seeing to gauge where I am, how these two different merchants of the same product compare. This produce is incredibly fresh and of the highest quality.
I make reference then and comment. It's like, oh my god, this is better than blah 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 stuff. This is amazing, and I try to butter them up.
They look at you and they go, yes. He sees it, and he pulls it out. He goes, look at this, and he pulls out a peach. He just goes, a ripe delicacy. You wouldn't believe what they pay for a peach like this. I tell you, it's almost too easy. So yes, we are traders. We go upstairs into Absalom. We get the best fruits and vegetables, and then we meet our contacts down here.
Who do you sell it to, though? Not the ghouls.
No, the ghouls? You see that hole over there? And he points to that hole to the northeast. He goes, that's where they came from. They were looking for something like us to eat.
Right there? Where this
Yes.
it's like stairs?
Yes. Yes. This is
All
what
right.
we normally meet our contacts. But it's anyone. Sometimes we meet dark elves. Sometimes we meet dwarves. So the dwarves would like to live down here and don't go up there. We meet all intelligent species and trade with them. We're very well known.
So I'm sort of checking out this room, and it looks like it has no exits, but to the south, it looks like there's some rocks in front of a door over there.
While Lomang is talking to one of them, I dicker with the other one over a tomato, and I purchase a tomato.
Oh, tomato. Well, he takes one that's been like slightly bruised and by the attacks. He goes, here, these bruised ones we really can't do anything with. You can have them for free for doing such a good job at killing the ghouls. And just eat them now. They're delicious. Delicious, I tell you.
The eater.
I appreciate that because I like the bruised tomatoes better, so I eat one.
They are actually delicious. You're like, wow, this is really good produce. These guys are doing a good job.
Would they know anything? Dougie's gonna say, would you know anything, good sir, about this ghoul rot that I have about me? I show him the bite marks in my that I've sustained fighting the ghouls.
They run away. They run away from you, and they're like, "No, get him away! Get him away!"
Wait, come back!
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. We'll chop his head off if he starts.
It's light. It'll clear up. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Don't touch the produce. Get away! Get away! Unclean!
All right, I try to change the subject, and I say, "Do you remember the two goblins where they were in that trade war and the place nearly caught fire? Remember those guys from like day before yesterday, from 6 o'clock?
That was
right from this
yesterday.
morning. All right, so I get it. So I try to change the subject, and I get a conversation with them. It's like, oh, this stuff is really good. It's like, I know, so like you talk to them, you tell them Gomez, because I just worked out, and I talk to them a little bit. I've talked business with them a little bit, and give them a contact.
Okay, this is okay. Let's okay. Hold on.
Needless to say, I am diplomatizing them to increase their friendliness.
Wow. Okay, we're gonna do a couple of things. Let's go in order. Basil, you notice that this chamber, the northern and eastern walls of the chamber appear to be excavated from the interior corner of some crumbling building. And you also notice to the southwest there's a large boulder that is blocking a very heavy door. Lomang, he notices also that very large boulder that's blocking the door, and it looks like it was recently put there. Gomez will use this passageway a lot. But the kobolds...
Or goblins. Were they goblins?
Sorry. No, they were kobolds. But the kobolds don't make... Yeah, they were kobolds. The kobolds don't make good trading partners because they can just go up and they get their own fruit, so they're terrible. They mostly trade with people who never, ever go up into Absalom. That's who their main clientele is. And Dougie is scratching his itch, realizing it's slowly spreading.
I'm not talking about the kobold.
He's talking about the goblins.
I'm talking about the goblins in the shop, with the market
stall
the
guy.
fire that we helped.
The fire that we put out. Those guys. That's what.
No, they don't know any of them.
All right. Well, I give them names, and I'm making contacts and connections.
Sure.
They're
interested, but they're more interested if you, being a goblin, know any goblins underground that they really are looking to like sell their wares to those who don't want to go above ground. All
right, well, like I talked to him saying it's like, oh well, I'm really into those goblins. Those goblins might know other goblins, and all of this is me diplomatizing them to increase their attitude toward me.
Yeah, they actually are starting to dig you. Like you guys are actually having a pretty good. You guys are actually getting into it, and actually he's chatting you guys up. Like those two guys are actually talking to Gomez quite a bit. The other three of you are just sort of looking around, and what you gonna do?
Can I look at these boulders closer?
Yes. You can tell that the boulder is, well...
Do they roll?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like if you have a pretty strong athletics check, you can probably move the boulder off the door. And Basil notices that the door is far, far older than everything else down here.
Oh, we gotta check this out. Guys, I can move this. If you guys like that idea, what do you guys think? What's behind this door?
I like that idea, but I don't want these two rat guys to flip out. And
yeah, that's why I'm asking.
So my thought is our cover story could be I could play off of the merchant angle, and our cover story is, well, we heard that it was a back door to get into this party where we're going to try to make business contacts, and we heard it was behind this door, and that will justify our presence and also get them to not be suspicious of us wanting to move the boulder. And so I want to try that to try to diplomatize that angle.
Well, they go on to say, well, the boulder, we were meeting our contact, and we were attacked by giant bats. So we ran up here, and we put the boulder on the door, because those bats looked enormous, and they were really, really strong. So we didn't want anyone getting through. And then, when we were trying to leave, the ghouls attacked us. So we've been held up in here for hours. But we're all packed up, and we appreciate everything you've done, and all your contacts, Gomez. But we're gonna go, and you can move that boulder and go if you want. I'm just warning you, if you go to the south, that is where we normally meet our contacts and do our trading. There are giant bats there. That's all I'm saying.
What about to the northeast? What's up that tunnel thing?
That's where the ghouls came from.
Oh, but do you know what's up there though?
Yeah, probably more ghouls.
Oh, it doesn't lead out, up or anything. It looks like it goes up or no.
It's a tiny tunnel. Like you look at it, it's a tunnel. It's like a mole tunnel. Like they were literally digging through the earth.
Tunnel.
You have to crawl through it.
Yes, yeah, that's not something you want to go.
That sounds awesome. Let me have those other bruised tomatoes that you're trying to get rid of.
Sure. And he gives you
help myself.
He gives you like bruised tomatoes, bruised peaches, bruised bananas. Like there's a whole bunch of fruit that was damaged because it looks like.
Oh my god, that's really good.
Yeah, they literally built the barricade out of their, produce. And so a lot of it was damaged when they were fighting the ghouls. But they're like, they just want to get out of there. They're like, look, if you clear that, we're going to come back like in a day or two. So if you manage to clear that, and hopefully we'll make I don't know, we never had problems down here. I don't know what's going on today. Bats going on, ghouls going on. You said there was a cube. This place is crazy. Maybe we have to find a new place to meet because this place is usually quiet. It's usually dead quiet. I don't know what's going on.
As a complete coincidental, serendipitous coincidence, one of my special abilities is in fact City Scavenger. You can attempt a survival society check to search for food and supplies and to assist in a city as well as in the wild. I'm actively doing that right now.
It's nice.
Does anyone else want to do anything before? Jason, you look like you are pensive.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what we should do next because
fight bats.
Yeah, we're
you don't really know which way to. We don't really know which way to go.
Should we check that door? Should we check that door to the
south through the past the boulder through the wall? We fight the bats. We go on.
Yeah, you have to go to you have to keep going basically to the. It's to the northwest, so. Looks like there's only one way.
Did we ask what was in those doors to the east?
I was going to say, do we want to briefly check the doors to the east and make sure there's nothing?
Yeah, if you want.
I like that idea, but I'm curious by nature.
Does Kecker know anything about that, or Griff?
They don't know. They're like, no, we're just going to take our wares and go. And they're bringing their cart and they're wheeling out their
bye guys.
Their fruit.
And where do they go? To the little tunnel thing, or?
No, they're actually going to go through the same entrance. That looks like a very well-known... that's, quote, secret entrance. Looks like it's extremely well-known and heavily trafficked because the kobolds used it. Now the rat folk have used it. Looks like this is, pretty well-known. So they look at... Then they give you a thumbs up, Dougie, when they see the 3 dead ghouls. They're like, good job.
All right. Get her done. All right. So, do you guys want to not leave these doors unopened?
Let's do it.
Yeah, go ahead. Open them up.
I want to get them.
I opened that door.
It is a small cavern room collapsed. There's nothing in there.
I opened that door.
It is a small cavern room collapsed. There's nothing in there.
All right.
I feel satisfied. Let's go back to the boulder.
We got no choice now.
I'm going in.
Dougie's he's like, there's got to be a secret door somewhere. He's searching every inch. There's nothing there. I know this place, for anyone with OCD, this place is a nightmare because there's all these nooks and crannies.
Yeah, it is.
It
is.
There's got to be something here. It's just a very.
I think we need smooth walls.
I know, that's the thing. But all right, the walls, the cavern drive you insane. All right, Dougie, give me a athletics check to move that. Oh, look at that. The boulder, he flicks his wrist with a 24, and that boulder is moved.
Yeah, so I'm gonna listen to the door because I am super good and perceptive.
Okay, you listen to the door. I don't even need to roll because it is incredibly strong iron that appears to be thousands of years old. There could be a war going on behind this door, and you probably wouldn't hear anything.
Oh my. I'm going to see if it's... let's see. Let's see. I don't detect traps.
You don't want to?
I could detect traps. Let me take a quick look for traps.
I think it happens automatically, doesn't it?
Well, for both of you, it does.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, yeah.
Sort of. I mean, but you could also extra detect traps. You look, and you can tell this door's been pretty recently used, obviously, and that boulder was recently put here. Looks like the brothers literally put it in front.
So if there were traps, they would have gone off.
Exactly. And it doesn't look like the brothers added any traps. So it looks...
Does anybody have any AoE spells or things that you might want to use that you...
I might want to use a crossbow on something that's flying, but I didn't bring it today.
Yeah. Well, I'll open it unless somebody else wants to open, because I'll probably be the first person in combat if we have. But if you guys have AoEs or something like that, cone attacks.
I don't.
No.
Try the door.
It opens, and you see in front of you a stairwell going down 15 feet, and then turning to the west.
Exploration mode?
Yeah, exploration mode.
So a thing about exploration mode, there are specific activities that you can take in exploration mode that you should be aware of. One is search and one is seek, and I think one gives you
search
a +1 when you get into combat, and I forgot what the other one does.
We should definitely look that up then.
All right.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Exploration activities, there's a whole bunch. They're actually quite good. Defend is you move at half speed with your shield raise. You don't have to worry about that. Detect magic means you are actively detecting magic as you're moving, which is pretty useful, obviously. Follow the expert.
Oh, can I do that with the read aura?
Yeah, in a way. It's not really an official one, but I'll let you use it. One called Follow the Expert. This one is you choose an ally attempting a recurring skill check, such as climbing or performing an exploration tactic, and that you all try to follow and do the same thing as they're doing. That's like if you're trying to sneak, so everyone then tries to, quote, sneak by following the expert. There's Hustle, you don't have to worry about that. Here's the ones you really want to talk about. Investigate, which is you seek out information about your surrounding. You travel at half speed. Well, refocus you already did. Repeat a spell. You repeatedly cast the same spell while moving at half speed. Scout. This is the one you really want. That's where you scout ahead and behind your group and watch for danger. And search is where you seek for hidden doors, concealed hazards, and so forth.
Search is what
Scout is where you scout ahead and behind at half speed. At the start of next encounter, you all get a +1 on your initiative check.
Nice.
That's the one you should probably do the most. Search.
Seek is good too, though, to find traps.
Search. Well, it's called search. Search is you seek for hidden doors, concealed hazards. You can usually make an educated guess. You travel at half speed, and you're basically searching the area very thoroughly. And I automatically will roll for you if you encounter something such as a hidden hazard or a secret door or anything like that. And then you can stop. So usually what the standard MO is that one person usually searches, one person usually seeks, and and then other people can do other things.
Somebody else scouts.
Well,
Scout's
it's the same.
a good one.
Well, yeah, they're all kind of the same. There's Scout, which is the one I was saying, where it gives you this one person searches. You can do Investigate. You seek knowledge around your surroundings. You use Recall Knowledge as a secret check to discover things automatically. So you don't even really need to do that. Basil's almost constantly doing that just by being Basil. There's things like Avoid Notice, which you use your stealth.
Dougie is definitely going to be searching because he gets pluses for it. So That's what his default will always be searching. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Unless I say otherwise?
Okay.
Because that's what I'll always be doing because I get the bonuses.
Okay.
And I'll be doing the prepare one or whatever.
Scout.
And what does it give you when you're following somebody else's leader? When you're following, what is that? What is that one where you're following somebody else is doing something?
So if you're trying to do something, follow the expert. You can't do it yet because the person who has to do it has to literally be expert, and none of you are expert trained in anything.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not an expert.
So you don't have to worry about it yet. But later, if this basically allows the party to all use stealth. Like, for example, if you have a rogue and 3 fighters, the rogue can sneak, and then everyone can follow the expert, and then you actually have a chance of not like making too much noise. That's what it's designed
That's great.
for.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good because that changes the how it's
Yeah, it
always
really
been,
does.
which
So
needed a
the
change.
rogue, right? So it overcomes that problem where the rogue is the only sneaky one, and it's got with the guy with chainmail.
Yeah.
And this, the
Exactly.
rogue can essentially assist the guy with chainmail to not be loud.
The meta of it is it allows you to do an activity you normally aren't good at. 95% of the time it's going to be sneak. In theory, you can do it for other things. You can also do it for climb, like if you were climbing a very steep mountain or something,
So the APG also has a feat that allows someone who's good at climb to like mark a trail for other people so that they can make other people's climb better.
It's not something we're going to see for a while, but the ones I would strongly suggest is probably Scout, Search, and then maybe Detect Magic. Anyhow, Dougie, you see a hallway
Right.
going down the stairs.
Yes, going down. Dougie's going down.
And it goes to the west,
Speaking
and now
of-
it goes down to the north 15 more feet. And now it goes
searching.
down, down, down. Hey, you're just going, it's snaking around, and up, stop. So it empties out into a large cavern. The narrow staircase winds up at the northern end of a cavern. There is a massive pile of debris to the east of you, and you see passageways that lead to the east and the west. To the east, you see more of the remnants of old Absalom, and you see old buildings, this one without doors. Strangely, to the west, you see a very large, shallow pond, and you can hear the echoes of water dripping, through the cavern. What do you do?
I move forward.
Okay, as soon as you move forward, something is going to happen.
Is it a surprise birthday party?
Uh-oh.
It is a surprise birthday party. As soon as...
It's Dougie's birthday! Yay!
So, let's see.
All right, while he's figuring this out, is anybody trained in thievery? Because I'm actually trained in thievery.
I am.
I am.
God, you all are. You're bunch of thieves. And
Well, it's important
To understand the criminal mind.
Yeah,
exactly.
How
So your enemy.
And sometimes you might have to gain entry to a crime scene.
So you see 2 humanoids that are covered in black clothing, black cloth, black ribbons, black bird feathers. They're all black. And they are very quietly sneaking about. And as soon as you appear, they say, "Ah, you are in league with the rat folk! You came to kill us and finish what I started!"
Roll for combat.
So...
What?
Wait a minute.
So the rats lied to us. Actually, there was some kind of deal with these guys, and they made up a story about giant bats, and that's why they beat a hasty retreat when they found out they were going to go through there, because they were going to realize that they were lying to us about whatever shenanigans they were pulling with these guys.
Oh.
Baby? Okay. Oh, you see, now this is when doing the exploration helped. You want to know why? Dougie rolled a 9, Gomez rolled a 9, and Tato rolled a 9. Now, the enemy beats a tie, but since you said you were doing that scout activity, everyone gets a +1. So Dougie and Gomez moved up
good.
to a 10. So that +1 was the difference between you both going after this guy, and now instead you both go before this guy.
We got the drop on them.
You got the drop on him.
Well,
So-
kind of.
So the very first thing that happens is this creature, this feller to the east casts a spell.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Are you ready for this one?
No.
Prepare
Probably
Basil.
not.
He's going to hit you with a spell. Oh no! I cannot see.
Suddenly, the area around Dougie becomes dark. Now, when I mean dark, as in darkness that Dougie can't see his hand in front of his face. Lomang, you now suddenly see a wall of blackness in front of you.
And my dark vision cannot penetrate it.
No, your dark vision cannot penetrate this darkness.
There's no saving throw for this? That sucks.
No, it's not on you. It's just in the area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Well, you can look at in our turn order. It came from Morvigus.
But I can't. Like, where did I hear?
No, you can.
But I heard something. Right?
You heard it coming. I'll ping it. Like, that's where you heard it coming.
Okay.
From. And let me just double check the spell. Darkness. Let's see. Light does not enter the area, and any non-magical light sources, such as a torch or lantern, do not emanate any light, even if the light radius should. So light can't pass through. So it is a globe of pure darkness. Oh no! That ain't good. Lomang, you're up.
Wait, we're not in league with the rat folk, I say, and then I move.
Now, I suggest you use your arrow keys. If you're going to move into that darkness, I'm not taking it away. So you're going to literally be dark. You're not going to be able to see where you're going.
Well, I'm moving over here.
Steve, just so you know, I can see the sides. Like, I'm not like what I see on my screen I see everything, but I don't see what's next to me. It would be great if that could actually block.
I could get rid
sight.
of everything, but I don't know. I could do that. Trust me. But I don't.
Okay.
I take my crane stance.
Whoa. Let's go back, because you don't just magically move through darkness. So let's see. You will. It's not automatic. That's not how darkness works. So hold on.
He tried to do
I'll
that.
just go diagonal.
Yeah, but you don't know. You don't know. You can't. You don't know this room. You can't just walk through and then just magically appear halfway across. I'll take off all vision.
All right, well, I don't know what's in the darkness, but I'm going to go diagonal, just purely diagonal.
Okay.
Until I get out of the darkness.
Okay, well, hold on a second. I just have to do something. Just give me one.
Maybe I walk into a
second.
pillar. Who knows?
Right, that's the whole point. Hold on. Okay, you walk down south. So you are basically, for all intents and purposes, you have the condition blind now. So all terrain is difficult to you. You can't detect anything using your vision. You critically fail perception checks, and you can't see. So now that you know that, you want to try to go diagonally, right?
Yes.
So that's 5 feet, and then you move diagonally, and then that will be.
It's all doubled. Is it all difficult?
Yeah, if
It's all
that's difficult
difficult
terrain, it's
Everything's
double.
Right, so the
It's
first
10.
one's 5, the second one's 10, the third one's 15. I
Well,
think.
you're moving diagonally, so it would be
Right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So
Right, 25 at least.
So you're right. So you're only at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, 25 just to move diagonally. You try to move diagonally, you bump into some wall, but you manage to still go around. So 45 is there, and then you end up there, and that's
Okay.
50. So you're at 50 there.
So that took
double
2
move.
actions to do that.
Yes, that's correct.
All right, what do I see?
You see this feller, and he seems to have daggers, lots of daggers.
What is he, just like a human or a...
Yeah, he's human. He's humanoid. I mean, he's kind of weird looking, and he's all dark, and he's got like a lot of accoutrements and feathery stuff on him.
feather
But-
stuff?
Yeah.
All right, well, I take my crane stance as my third action, and I say we're not in league with them. We killed the ghouls down here, hoping to get more mileage out of that, out of that feat of heroism.
He is not convinced. Basil, you're up. You also see just darkness, a wall of pitch black in front of you.
Okay, well, I'm going to draw my sword cane. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
I'm going to start moving.
Same with me.
So that's 15 since
Yeah, because
that's
stairs
20
also
since
count.
it's difficult terrain.
Yes.
I'm going to put my left paw on a wall and try to follow a wall. Whatever. So for the moment, I guess I'm going south. Assuming, is there a wall I can touch, or do I? If I'm touching a
Yes.
wall,
There's a
Heading
wall to
roughly.
there's a wall you see moving out to the south that's rough, and then there's a actual wall that's made out of construction materials to the east. So that was the wall that was used to build the stairwell.
I'm going to sort of follow where Lomang went, because I at least saw him disappear into the darkness. So I'm going to sort of follow that.
Okay, so 20, that's 30, and
I have
then
20 feet left, so...
well,
so
and so if you try to go diagonal, you bump into Dougie, and there's rocks above you, so you're like scrambling through, and then you bump into a wall. So that's 40 to get. Sorry, that's 40, 50. You're 50 just to get halfway through the darkness. And,
Okay, well, if I'm at 50, then I'm out of moves.
yeah, you're out of moves. Dougie, you were completely in the darkness. What do you do?
All right, so since this is a blind spell, like basically I have my eyes closed, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. Now, I am native to underground terrain, so is this a magical effect?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you're trying to go east, and you try to go through Basel, so you can move. Right, so you're moving 10, 20, 30. So you're
Is that 30? Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to finish my movement there then.
So you try to go above this guy with
Yeah.
the weird guy. Okay.
Right. And for my third action, I'm going to hit him with my maul.
Well, no negotiation, I guess. I'll presume. you
No
had it out.
negotiation. Oh, actually, yes, I am. I'm going to negotiate with my maul.
Oh, that's not negotiation. Oh my god!
It's strong. It's strong negotiation. A strong arm.
It's a
tactic.
strong arm. It's a gunboat diplomacy.
Yes.
I
Holy
roll
moly,
a
28.
I roll a 19.
Yeah.
I roll
Oh,
a 19.
Dougie, you are talking
Is that a crit?
quietly and carrying a big stick.
You
Yeah.
just barely missed a crit.
Oh, okay.
You did do 28 for
Jeez,
6
I would have done
points of damage.
32.
I know.
I would have done 32 plus 6. Oh, wait a minute. Is there any pluses I get? No, I don't get any pluses.
Gomez is up.
So when I enter the darkness, do I want to go left or right? Do I want to go east or west?
I don't know.
I'm asking my party members.
You hear
west.
a noise to the.
Alright.
You saw us all go that way.
All right.
Well,
So
we went
I'm,
east.
I'm going to move my character, and I don't know with difficult terrain and whatnot how this will take me, but this is what I try to do.
When you get to the bottom of the stairs, that's 25. And then if you move into the darkness, that's 35. And then if you're going to try to go eastish, or no, you're going that way. Okay. So that's 45 to go where you went. And then you're trying to go one more.
I do, and I bump into him.
Yeah, you literally bump into that guy, and you're like, "Uh-oh, that ain't
Oh,
good."
hello. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
you bump
Wizard's
into
duel.
him. Yeah, so you
And
bump
so,
into
and
him.
so how many actions did I use, and where am I at now?
2. You have one
All
action left. You can either try to go around him, or talk to him, or hit him, or whatever you want.
I then will. Hopefully, he can't see in the darkness either, and I will go south one. I take that cautious step, whatever that version of movement is.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So, you okay, yeah, you take the cautious step, and now you are south of him. You're still in total darkness.
Right.
So he goes, and well, I got good news and I got bad news, and let me rephrase that. I got bad news and I got more bad news. They of course can see total darkness. Boo! Have you heard of a thing called Greater Dark Vision? Do you know what that is?
No.
No.
You're about to.
Well, you're about to find out the hard way. It's dark vision, only greater. He's like So this guy is next to you, Gomez, and you literally just feel daggers stabbing at you. And you hear him saying, "You're in league with the rat people! You do not favor the deal! You have stolen from us! You are thieves like them!" And he tries to hit you. Now, the good news is you are merely flat-footed. You see, that's the nice thing about Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Everything just becomes flat-footed. So, 28, which is a hit. But not...
Wait, who just got hit?
Oh, I got stabbed.
He got stabbed. For 7 points of damage...
By a creepy person.
By creepy person, but you, of course, are... What is that? Oh, flat-footed. So let's add the sneak attack. Oh, 5 more points of damage. And then he's going to stab you one
So
more
that's
time.
12 so far.
Wow. He would have missed you, except you're flat-footed. So he hits you for minimum damage, which is 5 points of damage. Oh, plus 6 for being flat-footed. And then he tries to stab you one more time. Oh, no! He stabs you for 8
All right.
points of damage.
So I'm at 0. I'm out.
And 1 point. So,
That'll do it.
how many
I'm
is
out.
that? 7...
It's like 12 and 11 is 23. I was out. I was out before his even last attack.
All right, so you go down. Morgavis goes, and he sees Dougie after you hit him soundly. He's like, "You lie! You are thieves, just like them! I will kill you all!" And he also then will stab at you, Mr. Dougie. Oh no! Critical miss. Then he decides to run into the darkness.
Oh gosh.
And then he attacks Basil! Oh, he misses barely. Because you're flat-footed here, AC is only 16. Lomang, you're up.
Jeez. So how does this work? If I want to go and pursue in there,
You can try to attack where you think he is, and you basically get, I think it's like a 50% mischance.
Is it really both of those?
What do you mean?
Or I don't
so it's just
think
a
you
random
have-
square, and then a 50%.
I don't think you. I think you know where they are.
Well, no,
but
you know where he went, and you can try to attack
Okay.
that. It's literally, if
Okay,
you go
right.
into the darkness and attack him, or attack him from here, is no difference. Because you're
Right.
think of it, it's like a wall of darkness.
But he
and he's
knows what
inside the
square
wall.
he
But yeah, you would have to be next to me, though, right? Like, where do I move to go to be able to attack him at all?
Right there. You know where he is.
Okay.
Like you knew where he went into, and then you could just do an attack.
All right, I will do that move, and second, I will do a flurry.
Okay, so he's basically hidden from you. All right, so the first thing is you roll, and you roll a 20, which might hit him. But let's see, you have to roll a flat DC 11. So if you roll a D20. If you roll 11 or higher, you hit him. 12. Guess what?
There we go.
You hit.
Nice. Second attack.
Okay. You are blind fighting. You're literally, I'm using my Kung Fu sense.
My kung fu ability.
Yeah, that that misses. 15 misses. So that's your second action. You get one more.
Sure. Let's do the Hail Mary. Nope. I'm done.
Basil, you can do the same thing. You know you were just attacked by this guy, and you can sense that he's next to you. So you can either try to run away or do whatever. You also heard Gomez go down behind you. It's literally just a 50% mischance if you try to attack. You can't use a stratagem either because you can't see him.
No, I was going to ask, but I also kind of figured that might be the case. I'm going to cast Shield.
Okay.
I believe that's a single action.
Look, I put a little shield icon so we remember. Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and attack with my sword cane.
Attack the evil thing that attacked you. Wow. 26. Now, let's see if you actually hit him. Just the D20. 11 or higher and you hit. You hit! for 1 point of damage. You like
And I
swat
guess
him in the
so.
face.
Now for the magical version of shield, I still have to raise it, right?
Yes.
And I will go ahead and raise my magical shield.
Okay. Doggy, you have an idea where he is. Lomang hit him.
Right. I'm gonna go
I did
here,
hit him.
and I'm gonna hit him, and I don't know if I get a flanking bonus, but I'll assume I do. No. I roll a 1 anyway. It doesn't matter. Jeez.
Get another
So
attack.
bad. Yeah. Now it matters whether I get a flanking bonus. Do I get one?
Just, okay, do a 50% mischance. Roll a
All right.
DC 20. No, roll a 20, and if you get a 11 or higher, you hit. That's a lot of damage if you hit. You don't want to miss this one. Oh no, you rolled an 8.
Is that that's not a skill roll, is it? I can't use a
it's a
hero
flat
point
check.
on that.
Nope, nothing. You
Okay.
can use a hero. You can use a. I don't know if you can use a hero point on that.
I don't think I can.
don't-
It's not a skills
I'm letting you
check,
can.
but
All right, Gomez, you are dying. Give me a flat check. Hey, you stabilize. So that's good.
Oh, thank God. I mean, this is like the perfect awful scenario in that you're dying in the dark and we don't even know.
All right, so
Right.
We can't even
Gomez.
see you.
Yeah, so Gomez, the way it works
Exactly,
is
yep.
you're no longer bleeding out, and that's as good as it gets. So yeah, you're a dying one. So and
I'm happy.
Actually, you are. And now the other guy comes in, and then he's gonna stab Basil. Oh no, Basil! Guess what? I think they do get flanking on you.
It's a miss, though.
That is a miss. Okay, so he walks into the darkness, stepping over Gomez. He already took care of him. 1, 2, 3. And then he also says, "We were going to get those drugs. It was the last thing we do."
Uh-oh, drugs. Wait a minute. That sounds like criminal activity.
And then he tries to attack you again.
Did I get high off of those tomatoes?
And you did not. That would have been fun.
Were those edibles? Were those tomatoes edibles?
They might have been. It wasn't
Did I
the
not
tomatoes.
even know?
It wasn't even the tomatoes. It was.
I thought he meant really bruised. I think he was using slang.
He could have been. So he tries to strike you twice, and the creepy person misses at you twice, Basil. Now the other guy goes, and wow, you're completely flanked. Here we go. 3 attacks. Are you ready? You got your shield raised. I'm presuming you're just holding it up and hiding behind it. I don't even know if raising a shield works if you can't see them, but I'll give it to you anyhow. Oh, look at that. A 12, a miss. 24, that's not a miss. I presume that Basil is just squawking like crazy and putting up his arms and raising the shield like rah, rah, and just trying to flap around because he does not want to get stabbed. He's totally in darkness too. He has no
Sounds
idea what's
about
going
right.
on. Okay, so one of them can hit you for 5 points of damage. Do you want to
I'm
raise
going to let
your
the shield take that.
So the shield takes, I believe, all of that damage. So you take no damage. So good job.
Nice.
And then the last attack misses you. Look at that! Shield did its
5
duty.
attacks, 4 misses, and 1 that the shield blocked. That you can't ask for anything better than that.
Lomang, you're up.
And in fact, the shield also, since I was flat-footed, the shield is the deciding factor on that last one. The one
All right. So this guy is still, I can still swing wildly.
Yeah, you have a feeling he's still there because
All right, let's do it.
you can still hear. That's the thing. You still
Okay.
hear what's going on.
Right.
so.
And the kid with the golden arm did quite well in combat after you got blinded by Vomit, which is a true story. All right, I attack Crane Wing.
It's good. Sure.
All right. It's very good.
Are your
Oh.
ears wiggling?
The ears
That-
are wriggling.
That's a good roll. That's
Is
a
that a crit?
good roll.
Is that a crit?
That might be, but let's see. You
All right,
gotta
let's see
roll.
this.
You gotta roll to hit.
My luck has been hot tonight.
It's not a crit. You roll 26, but you do hit.
Oh, that's good. All right, so
10
10,
points of damage.
damage. Still going?
You don't hear anyone. You don't hear any.
Don't hear any clump to the floor?
You don't
The
hear any
plunk.
clumping. No, you don't hear the clunk. You don't hear any of that. Oh no!
Oh
you did
shoot!
again.
Hold on. That's the
No,
21.
it's okay. That's 21. You might hit. It's still 21.
All right,
You
still
might do
21.
it if you can roll. If you roll, let's see. Here comes the roll. Here comes the roll.
Let's do it. One time.
Oh, he does it!
Yeah, baby! Laka.
And down he goes. You hear him like crumble to the ground.
All right, that's one
Darkness
action.
could save you. However,
Uh-oh.
something happens. As he dies, he explodes.
Does he really?
Yes.
He really explodes.
Yes.
Oh my god!
What are we dealing with here? What?
All I know is so far this is the worst party I've ever been to in my life.
You can't even get to the party.
Yeah.
If I dodge 5 attacks
guys-
and this explosion kills me, I'm going to be very upset.
This is Harold and Kumar go to the party, is what it
It
is.
is,
Exactly. It's got drugs.
So which one of these guys is Neil Patrick Harris?
Okay, Neil
then?
Patrick Harris is going to show up.
Everyone within 10 feet. So Gomez, who's unconscious, lying there with his eyes closed, wouldn't even be affected by this.
Does his buddy get it?
Yeah. Give
What did
me
you do,
a
Gomez?
fortitude save. I will tell you what
Fortitude, that's
happens.
even worse than a reflex.
Mm-hmm.
Monks have the best saving throws, by the way.
You mentioned
I have
that
yet to
every
make
time.
one, but oh, there we go. Low man, gotta
Low
keep the
man
hot-
rolled a 23. You are okay. Maybe we'll see. So Dougie, I need a fortitude saving throw.
Oh, sorry, I threw a reflex.
Okay. Oh no, an 8. That ain't good. And Basil, I need one from you.
I gave you one. It was a 14.
Oh, okay. Basil fails, Dougie fails, Lomang succeeds, and the other guy succeeds. Lomang, this is what happens to you.
Okay.
Are you ready? As he dies, he explodes in a combustion, a flash of bright light. Everyone within 10 feet are blinded by the light.
Oh,
Those
please.
those
Whatever.
of you who were actually in the effect succeed, get temporary light blindness. Those of you who fail, it's going to last a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. So Lomang, you are now completely blind. So you
Even after I made my save, I'm blind. Wow. That's brutal.
yeah, because it was so brutal, and you go.
All right, so I'm like, did that light up the dark area briefly? Not that I could see it, but
Not enough to see it. It actually did for like a split second, but then you were blinded by the light. Isn't that brilliant?
Does
He
this AoE spell
explodes.
go away when we kill that guy? Does that work out like that?
I don't. It's just I don't think so. It's just, unless it's a concentration thing, and it's
Nah, it's
probably
not
has a duration,
concentration.
right?
Yeah, it's not concentration.
All right, so I'm blind, and I'm going to be blind one way or another moving through this darkness. But since I know that there's no one over here, I'm moving to the west, moving straight to the west. So
All
whatever.
right, well, yeah, let's have some real. I can turn off all your vision. How about that for funny? Wouldn't that be funny?
This is what happens when you do drugs, you know. When you
Yeah.
die, you blow up in a flash of light. That's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happens when you take the Molly. When you take the Molly, that's what happens.
There we go.
Oh no.
All right, you move to the west, and then you bump into a wall. Basil, you're blinded, but you know there's a guy behind you, so you could just randomly start stabbing it.
Can I keep going? If that's an ally, I mean, it's weird how it's.
No,
with
you
the
hit a
darkness,
wall.
but-
You hit a wall.
Oh, I hit a
literally-
wall.
yeah,
All
there's a
right, so
wall.
can I? Well, I'm going to keep moving north then and west.
Okay, you're stuck there. That's as far as you can go. Because it's double movement.
just- Okay. Well, I get 60 total for 2 movements, but all right.
Well, didn't you? How many attacks did you get? Was that just one attack?
2 with my 1 flurry.
Oh, okay. So I'll say, okay, in that case, well, now where it gets crazy, because then if you go north, it's difficult terrain. So that will be a 20.
I'm trying to make my way west because I know.
I know where you're
before
trying
the
to
room
go.
went
Okay.
dark- Yeah,
So you
yeah.
went west into the darkness. You're totally blind. You hit a wall. So I'll say that's
I have my
5,
hands on
10,
in front of me. I'm like
15,
blind in the darkness.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Why doubling up the double dark terrain?
Because you just went on top of difficult terrain. So you went.
Oh, the
difficult
actual terrain underneath foot.
Yeah. Like now you're like on rubble, and you're like on top of this rubble, and you're like slipping and sliding, and there's a wall in front of you, and you know, okay, if I go to the west, that will get me more to where other people are. Basil,
Right.
You're up. Well, you had 60 feet. If you try to go to the west, it'll take you 20 foot of movement. So
That's fine. I'll just the next turn, whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
What are you gonna do?
I am going to try to attack where that attack came from.
Oh, it's funny. I can look and see what you guys see. It's exactly what I want you to see. A big square of darkness. Oh, 26! You think you might have hit this guy. Let's see. Can you? You did it!
Yes, I actually feel the satisfying thwick of sword against person.
You're like, fuck.
Dougie goes, ow!
No, not Dougie. Hello, Mag. Goes, ow! You hit the wrong guy. Okay, you hit him once. You're like swinging. This is funny.
I'm going to take my duelist cape off my shoulder, put it in shield configuration, and raise it. Because I can't use the shield spell for 10 minutes now that it actually blocks.
Is that 2 actions?
It's one to get the duelist cape out, and then another to raise it.
Dougie, you're blind, baby. You can't see anything.
All right, so I'm going to just move.
Where? You got to tell me. I'll do your movement. Okay.
All right, west.
Okay, so that's
West
10 to
again.
move to the west. You bump into the
No,
bath.
5.
No, it's difficult terrain. It's all terrain is difficult.
I'm
Even for you,
underground.
it's what? It's magical. You're in magical darkness.
Oh, that's right.
We already went through this, and it's a magical effect. You're disoriented. It's not that you're disoriented. So it's not the
All right,
same.
I'm going to do another square.
You bump into no. You bump into the guy. So and you're on top of Basil. You're trying to get through Basil, and you bump into the guy. You can't go to the west anymore.
Okay. Then I'll move.
And there's a wall. You feel stone to. Okay, so that will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's 50 to get up to where you are now. Because
Okay.
as you walk north, you're like on top of all these rocks and everything.
That's
So
fine.
you know the guy is right there. So you can try to attack him.
Okay, so I'm going to use my mole and try to hit him.
It's real life battleship.
Jeez. Unbelievable. Miss. Boy, I've been rolling so poorly today.
Gomez is happy he's missing all this because it sounds horrible. Tati, he's the one who's left. There's the only one left. He's seeing this he's also blind, and he's like, "You killed my brother. You have no honor. You're probably on those drugs. I will kill you all." He throws a dagger at Dougie, completely missing.
Technically, we didn't kill his brother.
Yep, just knocked out and under arrest.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then he tries to attack Basil for a 25. Let's see if he even hits you because he's blind too.
That's messed up.
Everyone's blind. Okay. He does hit you for 5 points of damage, Basil, and then he's gonna try to attack again because he's like, "Ooh, I hit you." And actually, you actually take an extra 5 points, Basil, because you are flat-footed. So, I forgot to add that before. I'll say it's all okay. So you take 10 points of damage total. Oh, and that last one, he might hit you. Oh, he definitely hits you.
Wait,
Well, what does the cape give you?
it's a +1, so it's fact that 18 is the accurate number.
But you're flat-footed, so it's 16. You're always
Yeah.
flat-footed whenever you're blinded. So everyone's flat-footed to everyone. So you take a total of 17 points of damage altogether.
The blind stabbing the blind.
Lomang, you're up. Dougie's
Does
to
the
the left
blind-
of you.
Does the
Literally.
blindness go away?
The blindness goes away for you, but you're in the middle of darkness.
All right. So where is this enemy? Where are they? Can I go to the square.
There's anyone? No one's answering you, so they don't know. I mean,
I
hear.
How realistically can I answer
He's
when
right
I
in
don't
front of me. I
really
can follow
know?
your voice.
He's somewhere to the northwest of me. I mean, I can say that, but
All right, I'm gonna go west then. Use
All
my
right,
ear powers.
You bump into Dougie, and you're like, Dougie, get out of the way. And then
I can go through him, right?
Yeah, you can go through him. So to get there is 30 to get there. So you are, and you think he's south of you, so you could do your attack.
Okay, I will do that. You know what? I'm gonna activate Key Strike.
Okay, here we go.
Key Strike. Pop, 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 pop. There will be light in the darkness. And I will attack this. So this is +1. Oh no, it's already accounted for.
I put everything in. You literally don't have to do it. I tried to make this as fast. Oh no! Is that a critical?
The Key Strike. However,
However, yes. Yes. You 50% miss chance. Oh, he did it!
yes,
He did it!
yes.
Nice.
Congrats.
And I did 26 damage. I like to hear that noise.
That's great.
I like to hear that noise. I think I got him.
a fist in the dark.
Fist of darkness. The holy
Okay.
smite of light.
All right, let's see. How long does darkness last? 1 minute. Damn.
They're like, is anyone else injured? Is anyone down? Like, I fumble around and try and find Gomez, assuming he doesn't answer.
Gomez does not answer.
I bleed quietly.
So
I'm a little messed up, and I
Softly.
can't see, but I'm still on my feet.
Let's all head to the west into the lightness zone. And I'll tell you when you're in the light zone, and then
As a sort of meta thing, would I be able to tell the difference between being blinded because of the light versus being blinded because I'm standing in the darkness?
Not really.
It's like a black spot versus a white spot.
I'm like, stop right there. You're gonna walk into the water.
All right, yeah, I'll kind of follow Lomang's voice until he tells me to stop.
So you both are walking and following his voice. You both stop. After about 30 seconds, Basil and Dougie, their eyes adjust to the light blindness, and after another 30 seconds or so, you see on the ground Gomez and two of these guys, unconscious, I guess.
What happened? I'm going to treat wounds on Gomez.
Woohoo!
And
I don't know, but they came across the fist of the north.
going to roll,
Yay! You succeed. Good job.
and that's 2d8.
I'm going to treat wounds on myself and Gomez with the ward medic.
Oh my
That's
feature.
god.
outstanding.
That's so unbelievable.
Well, you get
I
rid
rolled
of the
1
wounded
and
condition.
a 3.
It's good though. You get rid of the wounded condition and you heal him. That's the
He's
only
greedy. He
way.
wants him to be healed and gain.
All right,
Roll-
first is me, second is
I
Gomez.
killed him for 4. 2d8 and I get a 4.
You got to roll better. You have to
Oh
learn to roll better.
no! You critically failed. You do 1d8 damage.
you
to
kill me?
yourself.
And of course,
You
it's going to
failed
be
your
worse.
Hippocratic
It's going to
oath.
be higher
That
than
was
my
me.
roll.
Oh, you critically succeed your second one. Wait, who was first and who was second again, Jason?
I was first, Gomez was second. So
Okay,
Gomez
so the
gets
good
good
news is you
result.
do 1d8 to yourself, and then you do 4d8 to Gomez.
Of healing, yeah.
That's amazing. You let's see, how much do you do yourself? You damage yourself 5. You almost kill yourself in the process because you're concentrating on Gomez so much. You're like, I have to heal Gomez. I must heal Gomez. So much so that 25, you overheal
2
him.
8s. Nice.
You overheal Gomez, but you almost kill yourself. You almost kill yourself in the process. I hope Gomez appreciates what he put you through.
I do.
All right, I'm going to drink one
So-
of my potions.
So I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. You can heal yourself all the way up.
So I'm going to drink one of my lessers.
So
So is it
okay.
2d8 plus 5?
Yes. No
Oh,
way.
come on.
You rolled an 8. You rolled a 2 and a 1.
Yeah, well, that's that.
Wait,
there
what
it
was that?
is.
Was that your
That's the way it
potion?
works.
Yeah,
That's-
that was his better
that's the way it
potion.
works.
You
I
should-
have
you
one
should take-
potion left, but
You can have one of mine. I feel I owe it to you.
That potion is worth 12 gold right there. Jeez.
Or do
Drag
want
12
my potion?
gold.
If you don't mind, sure.
I don't mind. I feel I owe it to you. I give you.
Is it a lesser?
It's a lesser. So just like hit the button for the lesser.
That's a 1d8. That's a nice tool.
Lesser is
Here
2d8.
comes the
Well,
one.
lesser to 2d8.
Oh, the lesser, yeah.
No, this is the
2d8 plus 5.
2d8. Yeah, it's the good stuff.
2d8 plus 5.
16. There
There
you
it
go.
is.
There you go. All right. After all that, you're looking around and you're like, all right, there's water to the west. There's these two guys.
That sucked. That was terrible.
That was terrible.
We're not even at the party yet.
I know. Can you prestidigitate my clothes again?
I could, yes. I prestidigitate everybody, so we're all presentable again.
Yeah. Where are we? What is going on? We just want.
I don't know. I really don't know. This is all right. This is already the worst night ever. I want to go home.
Don't worry, guys. I'm moving to the shoreline to inspect the water to begin the next monster attack.
I'm going to inspect the bodies and see what their story was. Like, the other guy didn't explode?
Well, if they die, they explode. So I don't know. Were you doing non-lethal?
Oh,
No.
yes, we were.
Well,
Of
we
course
have to
were.
always do non-lethal,
Yeah.
right?
In theory, yeah. Okay, so in that case, I'll make it up to you because I did forget something that they actually have poison on their blades, which would have made this even worse. But because I did the extra horribleness of you going around, that I won't do the poison on the blades. But don't worry, I'm going to make up for that later.
I never got hit.
Yeah, you look at their bodies, and they seem to have daggers, as well as, let's see how many daggers they have. Give me a second. Well, they have one dagger. They have what looks like vials on their bodies.
Does it look like illegal drugs? Is there
Well-
is there Black Lotus Stygian the best?
Okay, let me rephrase. This is okay. It's true. Each of them have 3 daggers. Each of them have small vials that you're not sure of. Each of them have 5 vials of something else on their person, and one of them has a bag that appears quite interesting.
Gomez, we have something interesting here. It might be magical.
Very interesting.
Is it magical?
It is magical.
I examined its aura, and I learned the school of magic that is upon it.
Conjuration.
I wonder if it's a bag of tricks.
Is it a bag of holding? A bag of
It might be a bag of holding.
I don't know.
Ooh,
What
I
do you
just had
do?
deja vu. That's weird. What if I open it up and take a look inside? And it's cursed, and I'll get sucked in. I do it.
You open it up and you look inside, and it appears to be pretty cool. It's like really big in there, like extra dimensional
nice.
space or something.
Bag of holding.
Nice. Ching. We got it. It's requisitioned though. It's, yeah, I mean these guys seem like they talked about drugs. They're carrying what looks to be drugs. I think we need to manacle them here and then get them on our way back from the party.
Yeah.
And that's illegal.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, they're not
Whatever's
allowed to
appropriate.
do that. They're not allowed to do that.
They're not allowed to
That's-
deal.
What does our badge say?
That you can definitely detain them for something, at least questioning at the bare minimum.
I mean, can we inspect the vials and determine what this stuff
Yeah.
is? Oh, can I do a
Well-
nature check, maybe?
Well, believe it or not, it's alchemical.
Oh.
None of you have that. None of you are trained alchemists.
Right.
But I will give you a free nature check if you want to kind of sniff it and do the maybe you have an idea check.
Should I roll it or?
You look at the vials, and 3 of them on each of them. So 6 of the vials, you're pretty sure are poison,
Hmm.
and then 10 of the vials, you're pretty sure it's a drug.
Wow. And I bet poison's probably illegal too. I would imagine.
Not as illegal as you think.
All right.
Is it as illegal as I think? I'd like check my legal lore and find out exactly. I figure out exactly what kind of legal liability, what criminal liability we're talking about here.
It's a class A controlled substance.
Exactly. You guys like my legal lore, and I do it.
You're not really sure because with Lee, it's poison is depending on how it's being used, and If you're using it to poison someone's food, definitely. But a lot of creatures and societies have poison as part of their culture. And you have a feeling that this is part of their culture and this is who they are. In fact, one of you could probably maybe do a society check to figure out what these things are.
I do that.
Jason could do it too. Well, anyone could do it with society.
Oh, let's take the first crack at it.
Gomez doesn't know what they are. He knows these are some creatures of the Underdark. They are all covered in black and dark colors. They're Underdarkish. So Basil can also take a crack at it. Take a crack at crime. And you don't know a lot about them, but these are Kalgani creepers. And you've heard of these, the Kalgani. And they love shiny baubles and trinkets, and they're very greedy. And you know that they are actually descendants of humans and fled underground. So they're similar to humans, but over the millennia have sort of turned into their own thing. You don't know exactly that much about them, but...
I might just have to be racist against humans. Humans always cause trouble.
They're
They're a problem. They're a problem.
Yeah, they are.
Because it's humans.
Yeah. That's all you know. You don't know that much about them, other that they obviously can see in the dark, see in darkness, and you do know, well, there's greater dark vision, and there's even greater darkness. I think there's a thing above that. Like, it keeps going.
It does.
It goes on forever.
Well, it used to, scale, and then you could counter it with, a higher level light.
You still can. You still can do that. But you didn't have enough. Your light was not nearly strong enough to counter the darkness. So.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
we can manacle these guys.
What about magic? I bet magic missiles are good against that darkness.
Oh, yeah, always.
Magic missile. Magic missile.
So you can manacle them up. You can wake them up. You can talk to them. Whatever you guys want. What do you want to do? So you have to the west of you the pond. I will tell you what you see with the pond as Dougie was examining that. A shallow pond fills the western half of this chamber, its placid surface revealing glowing cavefish that swim slowly through the water. At the pond's northeastern edge, water flows into a stream that rushes north before cascading down into a yawning pit in the floor, from which a faint glow emanates. You also see to the south the area that you presume is where the bats were. What do you want to do?
I thought the bats were just like a smoke screen.
That was my guess. I don't know. Maybe there really were bats. Who knows?
You have no idea.
Well, guys, there's a glowy thing. We follow the glowy things, I think.
There's glowy thing?
Yeah, there's a glowy thing down here. Look,
always
there's a glowy
thing.
thing.
Right. If you see something shiny, always go for something shiny.
Glowy thing! Guys, glowy thing!
I like it.
All right, I'm going to that pit
Willow
where
Wisp,
there's a glowy
I'm
thing.
there.
Yeah. It's one of the most pleasant ways to die.
You have no idea how accurate you were. He's like, look, glowy thing. There's a glowy thing in there.
Roll for combat.
Why, Dougie, do you go after the glowy thing? That is the worst thing.
Because it's glowing.
Can do. That's the worst
Because it's
thing.
glowing.
That's what you do.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, Agents of Edgewatch. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com. You can also find us and play various games on our Discord channel at discord.rollforcombat.com.